Hi everyone, Sheree here. Today I'm creating a page using some bits and pieces from the Jill Kit from Felicity Jane, and there'll be a few other little bits and pieces thrown in as well. So I'm starting off with this animal print journaling card, which I absolutely love. I love that it's something a little bit different for Felicity Jane, and it's not something I've used a lot of, but I thought it was so fun to use. So I'm just adding my journaling strips to this card. I've just printed them out with my computer, cut it into strips, and I'm adhering them on with some thin double-sided tape there. I've also got that mustard heart journaling card which I'll be using, and my photo is roughly 4 by 4 inches. I've got that journey die card which is from the Hannah kit, and that's just going down the right hand side of my photo there. And now I'm going to add a little bit of stitching to these cards. So just grabbing my sewing machine out, and I've added some messy stitching to the inside of that heart and around the edge of that card, and also to the strips of the journaling there, and that also has a border around the edge. So next I'm going to layer a couple of things behind the photo just to add some texture. I've got a white paper bag and this tulle out of my stash. Just layering them behind the photo, and then I will grab my stapler and just add a couple of staples to the top left and bottom right corners just to hold everything together. And I did have some double-sided tape already on the back of the photo, so I'm just pulling those strips off now just to try and stick everything down a little bit more, and that can go back onto the page. So I did try and add a little bit more glue under the photo corners where there wasn't any staples, just to try and adhere it down a little. It was a bit tricky with the tulle under there, but I was pretty happy in the end how it turned out. So next I'm just adding some double-sided tape to the back of that paper bag, and then I can adhere the photo into place. So it's just going right across the center of the page, trying to get that in the middle as best I can. I grab my T-square ruler just to make sure I've got it in the right place and it's nice and straight. And then I can go ahead and stick those journaling cards down. So the animal print is going on the right of the photo, and then I've got the heart card going on the left. So just removing those backing pieces and sticking that one down. Just making sure I get it nice and straight. Did have to do a couple of little adjustments there. Okay, so now I've got this puffy strip which is from a previous kit. I think it was the Amber kit. So that's a mustard scalloped piece. I'm just putting down that right hand side. And then I've got that journey die cut which I've got some foam dots behind, and I'm going to layer that sort of in between the photo and that animal print journaling card. So that's my title on there now. So I've got some other little bits and pieces to go on. I've got a gold mini wide paper clip I've just tucked in behind on the left of the photo, and I've got a die cut from the Jill kit as well which I've tucked into the paper clip. It does have some double-sided tape on the back just to make sure it doesn't fall out. And I've got a strip of gingham paper which is from the Amber kit, I believe, and I'm just going to tuck that under the left side of that heart card. I just thought it was lacking a bit of black on that side of the page, so that's just helping to balance out the colours. So next I'm going to stick on this little chipboard piece from the Jill kit and that white tassel bow. That one's from the Gina kit a couple of months ago, and I'm just sticking that one on using a glue dot, and that holds it on there very nicely. Alright, a couple more things to go on. I've got a little chipboard heart from the Jill kit which I've just got up in the top right there, and now I'm going to use this old Felicity Jane stamp. It's called London, but it says #yes, and I just needed a small stamp to go on this little white tag from my stash. So I had Stays on ink already on my desk there, so I'm just using that. and stamping #yes, and then I can just dangle that tag down from the paper clip. So that's just hanging freely there. Alright. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to also add the date to the page using the Felicity Jane roller date stamp. So I'm just going to put that just underneath that journaling onto the white cardstock there. Alright, so to finish off this page, I decided to tear a little bit of the white cardstock at the top left and bottom right of the page, and I've got some of this mustard yellow paper, which I think was from the Amber kit, that I'm just tucking in behind. I'm just sticking it down using some double-sided tape on each end and tucking that in behind where the tear is, and then I just add a couple of staples using my stapler, and I will do the same for that bottom right edge. And once I finished filming, I felt like it needed a little bit of something extra, so I did end up adding some gold splatters down the page as well, which you will see in the close-up photos at the end of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how this one's come together today. It was really fun using that animal print on a page. I haven't done that before. And let me know if you've got any questions. I'll pop a link to Felicity Jane down below, and I'll be back again really soon with another project to share. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.